What's good, YouTube? You already know it is your boy TripleN, and I'm coming with you guys with another Buddy Fight deck profile. Because Buddy Fight is coming to an end. Well, yeah, it's coming to an end, so I thought I'd do as many deck profiles as I can. And like I said, if I get more decks in the future, I will still be doing Buddy Fight deck profiles. But this is my Dragmetal deck profile. Some fun to play. See how I got my character flag or whatever. But this is my buddy Knight Argento Lance. I've seen a lot of people use the dark one. I use this one. But let's go ahead and get into the video. But you already know I'm a part of the Unlucky Bros Incorporated. When it comes to the buddy, I'll play for Knight Argento Lance. You can oppress, pay gauge, oppress your opponent, take your opponent's left or right zone. At the end of your turn, if this card is oppressed, put the top card of your deck into the gauge. You gain a life and you to draw a card. So it's really nice. It's really nice taking your opponent's zone and then getting more gauge and getting more things you could do. But yeah, play 4 pound. Next, I play 4. Lost Knight, Narrow Lance, pretty much the same thing. You pay he has a call cost of a gauge, and then so he has Soul Guard as well. At the end of your turn, if your opponent if this is in your opponent's oppressed area, deal 2 damage to your opponent. So if you oppressed your opponent, you can deal 2 damage. This is actually a part of a 1-hit KO. If you go first, you could literally kill your opponent if you have the right combos. I'll show it at the end of the video, I think. But this is one of the combo pieces. The next card I play 4 of Lost Knight, Nero, Lance. Pay gauge you can pay gauge, press your opponent. Also, if this card would be destroyed, you may pay gauge, and if you do, it remains on the field. So it's kind of like it's kind of like Soul Guard, but your gauge is your soul. So if you can build up enough gauge, you could keep this card in the field. Next, we play 4 of. Wait, no, we might not. Actually, yeah, we do. We play 4 of. Trying to get this to focus. There we go. Bishop, Galil Mats. It has the oppressed ability. Pay gauge and oppress. If you have an oppressed area on your field, all monsters on the field gain. All monsters on your field gain 300 attack and defense. Which, I mean, not 300, 3,000. I'm in Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know why. 3,000 attack and defense is just really nice. Just gives you some more power and defense. I play 2 Rook, Viola Sword. At the end of your turn, if this card's in your oppressed area, destroy a card on your opponent's field, and if you do, deal 1 damage to your opponent. So you can oppress in your turn. If you didn't somehow kill a monster that was left on their field, you could just pop it and deal damage. So it's not bad. We only need 2 though. That's all for our size 1s. I only play 1 set of, only 2 of this for size 0. It's a pawn, Verdure Spear. You're gonna Dragmetal on your oppressed area is destroyed. You gain 1 life and draw a card. I want you to know I really never use this. Like, I've played it, but I don't think I've ever gotten his ability off. He's decent, but he's not a lot. That's all for the zeros for the size 3s. I play 3 King Resar Scepter. He's another part of the 1-hit KO. But he's pay gauge, top card of the deck is your soul. If you have it pressed on your field, this card's size is reduced by 2, so he becomes a size 1. This card gets a critical for each of your oppressed areas. So if you have both oppressed areas, he becomes a critical of 5, which, like I said, he's one of the ways to kill your opponent on the first turn. His ability, you can return a monster on your opponent's field to the hand, which is sometimes does come in handy. You can return something and then oppressed again. You can call a monster oppress, call this, it'll become size 1. Return something on your opponent's field, call another card and oppress. So it's not bad. But what's a king without his queen? This card is Queen Najara Stab. I feel like this is like my ace and like my ace card. I really love getting her out. Pay a gauge, protect card deck, so that's just call calls. If you have a monster with a pressure on the field, this card's size is reduced by 2, so it's literally like the king, it becomes a size 1. All Dragmetal on the field gets +2 attack and defense for each of your press area. So usually if you have 2, this gets plus they give +4, everything gets +4, and then all Dragmetals on a press area can't be destroyed. So as long as she's on the field, your pressed area is protected, and then with your press area, she gets more power and defense, so you will be protected. Because I usually put her in the middle, so just that's really great. I think there's another king that does that, but I don't have it, so it'll be alright. But that's all for the monsters. On to the spells. I play four of Kyoko Gambit. You only can cast this if you have a Dragmetal on your field. Choose one of the following 2. You only can cast this once per turn. Return all monsters on each player's field to the hand. Or counter, put the top card of your deck into the gauge and draw a card for each of your press areas. I only use it for the final thing. I only use it for the final thing unless I need to get rid of a field, and then I like play a monster example. But I think I've never used its first effect. I always use the second, because getting engaged and then drawing a card for a press is nice. I usually have 2 oppressed areas, so drawing 2 cards is nice. The next spell I play 3. Oh, Suppression Advantage. It is a counter card. Put the top 3 cards of your deck into the gauge. Then if you have a pressed area, destroy a spell or an item in your opponent's field. What have I done? I've used this on my opponent's turn. I think when I think they swung at me and I used this. So they swung at me and I used this, and I popped the item because I think they were swinging with the item. So it's actually really nice, and then it gives you setup for next turn. So it's not bad. You can use it on your turn too, but still. 2 Knowledge Waves let you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put up to 1 in your hand, and then you put the rest in your gauge. Then you have a press area, you gain 2 life. It's decent. Let you get gauge, get a certain card, and thing. I could bump it up to 3, but I think 2 is nice. This card I definitely want to bump up, and that is 2 Double Check Tactics. Is a set card. When a Dragmetal monster on the field is returned to the hand, when a Dragmetal monster on the field is put on the field, you can return a monster on your opponent's field to the hand, and then put the top card of your deck to the gauge, and then you gain a life. I want to play this at 3 just so I can make sure I see it, because I really want to like set up with this, which is really nice. And then at the end of each player's turn, deal 1 damage to your opponent for each of your pressure. This is another thing that goes with the combo, which I'll show at the end of this. But yes, I want to bump this up to 3 just so I can see it. This is a really great card to start off with. If I were to bump it up to 3, I would probably take this out. It's 2 Jewel Chest. It's pay a gauge, return all size 1 or less monsters on the field to their owner's hand. I really never used this. I think I might have used it once, but I'm not sure. But if I had to, I would take 1 or 2, take this out and put another one of that, and then take this out and play something else. Play 1 of Siege Keto Defense. Choose a Dragmetal. Choose up to 1 of the following effects. Choose a Dragmetal in your pressed area. For this turn, it would be destroyed. It remains on the field. Put a Dragmetal from your drawers into your hand. I think I only play the 1 just because. I think I only ordered 1, and I never really needed a reason to play more. But I think if I were to take that other spell out, I'd bump this up to 2. I play 4 of this. I play 4 Queen's Eye Castling. If you have a Dragmetal on the field, you can negate the attack and gain 2 life for each your press. So you can literally gain 4 life by negating an attack. So it's not bad. I haven't found any other negate attacks for this deck specifically. So now on to the items. I play 2 Grandmaster Crown. It's a pay a gauge, pay a lice to equip. This card on the field cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. All drag metals on the field gain plus two power and defense. Choose up to 2 drag metals on your field, and you may side this card if you do for that turn. That chosen card gets double attack, which is really nice, given the double attack and stuff, and then the help of attack and defense. And then for the last 2 items, I play 2 Grandmaster Cane. Choose a drag metal on the field, and if you may side this card if you do up the chosen card, then this card is up as in the is in your pressed area. You could deal damage. So you up a card in your pressed area, so that card can not only swing again, but you can also deal damage. So it's okay. And then for our last cards, last 2 cards, 2 impact cards. In-game study. Pay to gauge up all drag metals in your pressed areas, and you get another attack phase, which is really nice. You can technically use this card, let's say like you swinging, and they just like stops you and just makes it so you gotta go to final phase or just end your end phase. You literally use this, pay your 2 gauge, restand everything. Not restand everything, but restand your 2 oppressed, and then whatever cards you weren't able to attack with, and then just attack. But that is the Dragmetal deck. Let me show you how your field need to be set up to 1 turn KO. I don't know if this is banned or anything, because I don't play competitive or whatever, but I've learned this by playing my friends. You want to have this. I want to have that. Where's the others? You want to have this. You want to have this suppressed, this in your center or whatever. You want to also have, I gotta go find these cards. So, let's see. Is this it? Because I've done it before. You want to have this, this, and I think you need like one, I think you need one more pressed card. Let's see, where's the one that does damage? So I don't know if I've done it with the one that had damage. I just know I had another oppressed card. Where is it? Let's save this. So you want to at least have these. So you want to have this in the press area, this in your press area, this on your field, and this on your field. So you'll have this oppressed, this oppressed, this over here set. So your field looks somewhat like this. You're going first, so you can just go ahead and oppress. So you're allowed that 1 attack. This critical will become, it'll go from 3 to 5. This does 2 damage. This does 8 damage or whatever. So what you do is how is this? Like, so everyone's points is at 10. So you attack with this, does 5. In turn, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 game, because it has that ability to deal a damage to your opponent for each oppressed area. So 1, 2. So you already did 5. You did your 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So I think this was the one I had on the field. But that's all you need, and you can literally instant 1-hit KO. I don't know how many people knew that. Probably a lot, but I'm new to the game and I didn't know that. And if you're new to the game and didn't know that, now I'm letting you know. And it's not hard, because I think I play 4 of pretty much all those cards, so it's not hard to get off. But that's the 1-hit KO thing. Like I said, I did it to a friend, so I wanted to let you guys know. But that's gonna be the end of my Dragmetal deck profile. Like I said, RIP to Buddy Fight. I wish it wasn't ending. Hopefully, maybe a miracle will happen and it won't end, or Bushiroad will bring forth another game just as fun as Buddy Fight. Vanguard's fun. Vanguard's just as fun as Buddy Fight, but I'm saying like an additional game. I never played Weiss Schwartz. Might get into it. But I think that's going to be the end of this video. Let us know in the comments what you want. Let us know how long you've been playing Buddy Fight. Let us know if you like Dragmetal. And yes, this Dragmetal does not come with Lost World. I have a Lost World, and I technically could slide it in, but I just don't, because my friends don't like dealing with Lost World. So, But let us know in the comments what you guys want to see. Hopefully we'll be able to bring some more matches and stuff to you guys. But that's going to be the end of my turn. Peace.